People assume that to build AI trading bots, you need a room full of servers and thousands of dollars in software. I built mine for $26 a month. No fancy equipment, no expensive subscriptions, and in this video, I'll show you exactly what I paid for it. Quick note, I am not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. Okay, so what does it cost? Let's start with the money, because that's the part that surprises most people I talk to. Here's my entire monthly bill. It's two things. One, an AI subscription. The Pro plan, it's $20 a month. The same kind of monthly plan anyone could sign up for, and it won't break the bank. The second thing, a small server that runs bots around the clock, that is $6 a month. So 20 plus 6 is $26. That's it. That's the whole thing. Of course, you're going to have to add in tax, but 26 plus tax. And here's what I didn't pay for. The stuff people assume you need and people talk about. I didn't have any expensive data subscriptions, no premium software, no complicated paid tools, no MCP servers to deal with, no scary invoices. I wanted to skip all that, and it still works. For full honesty, because this channel runs on it, I've since upgraded my plan to a bigger one. It's about $100 a month. It's the Anthropic Claude Max plan. But that was after I built this whole entire project with the Pro plan, which is $20 a month. I have some other things I'm working on and using some bandwidth, so I needed the bigger plan. But still, you could do this on a budget of $26 a month. Now, I've said server a couple of times. I know that can be a techie word, could sound intimidating, so let me explain as simply as possible what it all means. You know, if you wanted a program to run all day and all night, you'd have to leave your computer on 24/7. That's annoying. Using all your electricity, the noise, and the power flickers, and everything stops. So instead, I rent a tiny computer that lives in a data center up in the sky, somewhere out there that never shuts off. That's all a server is, really. A computer that runs somewhere else, and so you don't have to babysit it. The specific kind I rent is called a VPS. The company is DigitalOcean, and the VPS stands for Virtual Private Server. I guess you don't have to worry about the name. So a big company owns this huge powerful computer, and they slice it up into little pieces and they rent it out to people. It's basically one small slice from a company called DigitalOcean is what I have. It's like renting a tiny studio apartment inside a giant building. I get my own private space. I don't own the building, and I pay a small amount each month, and it only costs $6. Okay, last piece of this video, and I'll let you all go. How did I actually build this without being a professional programmer? Well, I'll tell you how. I used an approach called Agile. I know it sounds like a fancy word, but if you're not a computer programmer or developer, there's a simple idea behind it. And it's honestly how a lot of apps get built for your phone nowadays. So I guess I could start off, here's the opposite of Agile, so you can see the difference. The old way of building things was you write a 100-page plan for the perfect finished product. Then you disappear for like 6 months, a year, build the whole thing all at once, and then at the end you hope it all works. The problem is it almost never does. And then you've wasted months. And that's the way things used to get built. So Agile kind of flips that on its head. Instead of planning everything perfectly up front, you build one small piece at a time, and you test every piece, and then you learn from it. The best way I could describe it, it's like cooking a new recipe, and you're tasting it as you go. A little salt, a little pepper, instead of dumping all the ingredients into one pot and not ever tasting it until you serve your guests. That's what Agile is. And these different sections are called sprints. And Cloud Code will do this all for you. You just tell it, hey, I want to do this project and I want to use Agile methodology, and it will plan the project around that methodology, and they'll put everything into sprints for you and test it every single step. For this project, Agile meant building one bot, testing it against the markets, see if the idea held up, see if the strategy held up. Most didn't, of course, but that's fine because I only spent a little time before finding out. I didn't spend months building a whole big engine and then finding out it didn't work. The ones that I found out didn't work, I was able to throw out fast. The ones that worked, we kept and improved, and we're still continuing to improve those. Small steps, constantly testing, constantly improving. So there's no big, risky master plan at all. That's the honest reason a non-expert can pull this off, actually. You don't need to be perfect on day one. All you need is a little AI and be willing to build small, one step at a time. And just throw out what doesn't work. So putting it all together, the cost is $26 a month plus tax. The server, a tiny rented computer that never sleeps. The method, build small, test, learn, repeat, Agile methodology. It's Agile. None of that requires you to be rich or be an expert or own special equipment. It just requires a little curiosity and willingness to start small. And Cloud Code will help you along the way. If you want to see where the bots go from here, which ones survive and which ones get promoted to real trading, subscribe and head to trueai.trading to watch the live fleet.